lunch break. My name is Jazzy, and I'm a health fitness specialist here with Exos at Autodesk. And today we're going to be stretching. So we're going to go ahead and start off on the ground. We are going to be on our hands and our knees. So we're going to work first on opening up our hips a little bit. So we're going to be down on our hands and knees. My camera a little bit more. And we're going to do some quadruped rocking to start off. So we're going to have our hands directly below the shoulders, knees below the hips. You can widen your knees a little bit if that feels better. We're going to rock back, sinking down into a squat position, and then go ahead and squeeze the glutes and come back up to that tabletop. So we're going to go ahead and do 5 here. Go ahead and take a second or two at the bottom, and then come back to that tabletop. We really want to sink into those hips, really opening everything up. I don't know about you guys, but I've been sitting a lot today, so really want to open up those hips and the hamstrings and the glutes, get them nice and strong. We're going to head and do one more here. And squeezing back to tabletop. So now what we're going to do, opening up the hips a little bit more, we're going to go ahead and do a nice adductor stretch here. So we're going to kick out one leg like a kickstand. So you're going to have your foot flat on the ground. And we're going to do the same thing. So rocking back, holding at the bottom, squeezing the glutes, coming back up. So kicking our leg out to the side is really going to help stretch out our inner parts of our thigh, which is really going to help open up the hips a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and do 5 on this side as well. And by this side, I mean, well, it's the first side, but we're going to do 5 on each side. Make sure we're keeping our back nice and flat. Last one, keeping the gaze on the ground. We want our neck to be in line with our whole entire spine. And when we're done with our 5, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So kicking, now my left leg is out like a kickstand, foot is flat on the ground, rocking back, squeezing the glutes, coming back to center. We want to make sure even our pinky toe is on the ground the whole time with that extended leg. The flatter our foot is on the ground, the more we're going to kind of feel that stretch, again, in that inner part of our thigh, really helping open up the hips. And let's go ahead and do one more here. And when we finish that last one, we're going to go ahead and make our way back into that full tabletop position. So knees directly below the hips, hands under the shoulders. And from here, we're going to go ahead and take our right arm and we're going to thread the needle through our left arm and our left leg. And we're going to place our head on the ground right next to our left hand. So here we're going to really feel that opening up our upper back. You want to push your hand into the ground while we're pulling away from our hand with our back. And that's really going to help open up our shoulder blades a little bit more and open our back up. One more deep breath in and out. And then we're going to go ahead and return to quadruped and then do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to take my left arm, reach it in between my right arm and my right leg, pressing the back of my hand into the ground, pulling away with our upper back. Really feeling our upper back open up here. And one more inhale. And one more exhale. Let's go ahead and bring that hand back to where it was. And from here, we're going to go into a kneeling position. So we're just going to be on our knees. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to place them behind our back. Interlace your knuckles. And we want to push them towards the ground. So this is going to really help open up our chest and our neck. This feels really good if you sit at a computer the majority of the day. Will really help open up your chest. Stretch out those shoulders. Until your head as far as you feel comfortable. If it's too intense, making it go back all the way. Go as far as you feel comfortable until you start to feel that pull in your shoulders and your neck. Nice big inhales into the chest to really help opening it up. Let's do one more inhale. One more exhale, and as we exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold, keeping our hands interlaced. So you can place your forehead, chin, or cheek on the ground in front of you. Try and let those hips touch the heels. Still letting those hands as high as you can in the air. Go as high as you feel comfortable with your shoulders. And one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, go ahead and let your hands slowly drop to your sides. We're going to hang here for a second. Let our arms be as heavy as we can. Let our body start to melt to the ground. One big inhale. And one big exhale. We're going to slowly come up. Still kneeling. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And from here, we're going to go ahead and make our way onto our back. So we're going to lay here on our back. Knees can be bent, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our right leg. We're going to cross our right ankle right above our left knee. And if that feels intense for you, go ahead and stay there. But if you would like an extra stretch, go ahead and grab your left leg, and you can either hold it behind your knee or in front of your shin if you feel that it would be a little bit more intense. And this is going to help open up our glutes, stretch out that piriformis a little bit. Small neglected muscle right under your glutes. Nice big inhales here. Breathing into the stretch. One more big inhale. And exhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and place your left foot on the ground and then the right foot. And we're going to go ahead and do that on the other leg now. So taking your left foot, crossing just above the knee of the right leg. And again, if that feels perfect, go ahead and stay there. If you would like an extra stretch, you can either grab behind your knee or up onto the shin if you need a little bit more of a stretch here. Nice, big, deep belly breaths here. You want to kind of feel your belly expand as you inhale and slowly exhale. Breathing into the stretch in our hips and our glutes. One more inhale. And as we exhale, go ahead and place that foot back on the ground. From here, we're going to slowly stand up. Go ahead and take your time here, guys. If you need to take a second on your side, feel free to do so. But as we stand up, we really want to go as slow as we can. So really, you can kind of come into a forward fold, bring yourself up as slow as you can, and let your shoulders, neck, and head be the last things to come up. And let's take one big inhale and one nice exhale. And that will conclude today's stretch break. Thank you all for coming. Hope to